If you see what they are going through to even be able to access 100,000, it's like it doesn't worth it.
Now this collateral issue seems to be a major, pain. It's a major issue.
Yes.
What would you advise be done? Is there a replacement for?
With the way the country is
instance?
today, my brother, with the recession we have, there's something they call soft loan, or there's something they call grant. If you give grant to farmer and monitor what they are doing, definitely the food will be abundant. Then the price of food will not go up because it's a lot of demand and supply. If you have a whole lot of supply of some of these food stores, the price will go down naturally.
So in which case you don't need a collateral?
You don't need any collateral. Just follow up, monitor them. The CBN have to get up from their office. The monitoring team from the commercial bank or from the federal government Ministry of Agriculture have to get up from their comfort zone and go and visit these farmers, see what they are going through. You cannot be in the office and expect what is going on in the farm and you expect it to be rosy. Oh, we already released the money. Who are the people benefiting from this money? It's not the real farmers, my brother.
You also spoke about the Land Use Act.
Yes.
That's a huge one. If you have to amend the Land Use Act, even though they tell you, well, government holds land on behalf of the people, they're supposed to be able to let farmers, those who want to use it for farms, access it. Why is that a problem?
If I happen to be a governor of any state, with all the arable lands we have around here, with 2 billion naira, I will turn around that state. You know why? Because there are so many arable land that you can use ordinary 5 to 10 tractors. The whole of Lagos State, I wanted to clear my own land. There's no one single bulldozer like D8 to really clear the land, to clear the place for me to be able to use the planter or sprayer. Not a single one in the whole of Lagos State. The same thing with other states. And you are encouraging agriculture and you are diversifying into agriculture. So what I'm saying today is that our government they are paying lip services to this sector. They are not really serious about diversifying, because if they are really serious, I was expecting some of our goods to be moving, exporting, apart from the one that will be eating. Look at our Export Promotion Council. It's dead. It's not even functioning. If it is functioning, what are we even really exporting?
Even though they will argue with you that they are doing what they can.
Let them come and show us to the Nigerian populace what they are doing.
Maybe you think they are not doing enough.
Not that I think, I know. I mean,
they are not doing enough.
They are not doing enough. They are not even doing enough. And any farmer will tell you this, in the sense that, look at the cocoa we have that we used to export before. Look at our rubber. Look at granite. Are we still exporting all these things in the same volume that we be exporting before? In 1980 something, I remember when the former president of the United States came to Nigeria, Jimmy Carter. He said Nigeria has enough to feed the whole world. And look at the nation that is supposed to feed the whole world today cannot even feed itself. That means something is wrong.
Let's talk about the policy of the import policy of the government. Of course, you know that any food that is coming into Nigeria, be it canned or otherwise, should be vetted by NAFDAC. But there has been some reports of about 80% in tomato paste being brought into Nigeria that is made up of starch. Sure. And that has been tested by NAFDAC in the laboratories, and that report has made the rounds, quite at so many instances. Now, how do we begin to reverse that situation where the Nigerian people are consuming 80% of starch in tomato paste?
See, it's not only tomatoes. It's almost all the food stuff that keep on importing or keep on entering into our country. They are all wholesome, that is not even good for human consumption, because we don't know how they even process this food. What needs to be done? We have enough land. We have the financial capability and we have the human capacity. All what we need is, even if we cannot give the fund to the farmers, why can't the agency in the Ministry of Agriculture go to India, even if you cannot fabricate some of these things, bring it and be listening out to farmers? Or what we told them before, that is to have a collection centers. Let all the farmers bring their goods. The government can buy it from them, give them their money, let them go back to the farm. Whereas there are some people waiting to process some of these farm produce. Look at all of them, beautiful, right? But by the time you stay for 2 days, it will got perished. Okay, that's what we call post-harvest loss. So all these things could be processed, and at the same time there are people waiting to buy them, to market them, and at the same time a lot of people are waiting to do the exports. So it's a very simple process, but as long as you don't want to take the advice of the expertise of the people in this thing, we keep on having this.
Now, we talked about Gary initially.
Yes.
Let's talk about it some more now, because in December it was selling for about 400 naira. Now it is about 950.
If we keep on going rising, it keep on going up.
Why?
Because we are not doing the right thing. How many people are processing gari now? Where's the electricity to even dry some of this gari? We are doing it locally.
But they did use electricity to dry it before. They used these small frying pans.
We need to go mechanizing. All those ones will not get us to anywhere with our population. We keep on growing. We are not reducing. It's a bad time for us to tell our government that we need mechanization of agriculture. Gone are the days that people use cutlass and hoe. That can you take a cutlass now as you are and say you are going to do farming or do family farming? You cannot. So we need to go mechanization. I will suggest to the federal government that even if it is just one geopolitical zones in all the 6 zones, bring so many things of mechanization like equipment. You will see a lot of youth. They will not even be roaming about. But we tell them something, they will not do it. And that's why we keep on having this same problem.
Let's explore that a little further, because we've talked about the challenges. Now let's proffer suggestions in terms of what can be done. This suggestion that you have, that the government should go to each or pick a geopolitical zone and do something about it. How should it be? Should it be just federal government alone? Should they collude with the states? Should the private sector drive it? To what degree or to what extent?
So what the people need from the federal government is conducive environment. If the environment is there that the police will not be harassing you, you created the center because
police harass you for what?
If you are transporting some of this farm produce, the police will harass you, the local government will harass you, but the government can carry out this function that in every geopolitical zone there will be a collection center. Let all the farmers bring this thing. You will see how people will go into farming. You see how people, because they already believe that there's a price back. That once they bring this into the center, the federal government is ready to pay for their goods and go back. And some people are waiting to do the process. That is value chain. As I keep on saying, until we started adding value to what we produce, we keep on having all kind of unwholesome products coming to the country, and that is where most of the little reserve we have that are supposed to be used for the equipment to process this thing would be going. Look at Ghana.
What if we break it down to a smaller scale? Yeah. For instance, instead of looking at it at a regional base, we'll look at it at a state level base, so that we can have those kind of concentration of particular kind of crops that are grown at state levels.
Yes. Every state have got their own advantage of crops, one way or the other, maybe one or two. Even as Lagos is, they have a comparative advantage of producing rice. So some people are good in maize. So the government should identify all these states, that what can you produce in your state, and put the right people there that, okay, we give you tractors, we give fertilizer, we give you seed. Believe me honestly, you have enough food on your table that the price will just crash. Because once you have it in abundance, what will happen? It happens in US. There's something they call flea market. Every weekend, people bring their produce that they cannot even consume. So you cannot take it back. What do? You reduce the price. That is the law of demand and supply. So the same thing can play out in Nigeria. Our government does not need to set up any task force. If the produce and the product is abundantly available, because the price will crash automatically, just like tomato. There will be a time that there was a time they are selling a basket of tomato for 4,000. All of a sudden, it jumped to 20,000. Why? Because it's not available.
What about because I know the Bank of Industry, they've got this agro fund meant for small-scale farmers. Why are they not going forward to take advantage of that?
They do. And I have so many cooperatives that went to them. I'm telling you that the conditions attached to it. Maybe one day I'll bring some of these cooperatives here for you to interview them.
What did they ask?
They ask for collateral, number one. They will ask you for so many things that it will even discourage you. Or they will pay the money. They have some intermediary bank that they pay this money to. The Bank of India does not pay directly. And you have to remember the Bank of India, they have consultants that you have to go and visit. That is their own people collected to be a consultant. Then this bank that they give this money to, they are using this money. They are turning over this money. I know I'm not going to make mention that the money is in their account, and when you go there as a farmer, that this is the letter from the Bank of Industry, this is the code you're supposed to access. They will still give you hard time. They say the money is not available, and the money has been given to them. So there are so many things going on that farmers are the receiving end. That's why I said that most of this fund that we've been hearing that is available is not getting to the hands of the real farmers.
All right, Prince Wale Oyekoya is the chairman of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industries Agric Sector. He's also
immediate past chairman.
Immediate past chairman. He's also a farmer. Thank you for coming on this morning. We'll be back in a moment. Join us again.